Has the President authorized the Pentagon to target individual leaders of ISIS in Syria or Iraq? And I know in the past the White House has said that senior leaders of al-Qaeda have been decimated. Do you want to see the same thing happen with ISIS? Do you want to take those leaders out?
Well, Jim, I will say that the President is still reviewing the plans and proposals that the Department of Defense has been hard at work developing. When this situation first cropped up, I'm specifically referring to the significant advance that ISIL made across western and northern Iraq back in June. The President immediately directed the United States military to increase significantly the amount of intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance missions that were conducted in that region of the world. And that has been part and parcel of an effort to improve our knowledge about the situation on the ground. Pentagon planners, in turn, have used that knowledge to develop some plans and target lists and other things for the President to consider as he puts together a military strategy for confronting ISIL. This is a strategy that involves, as we've talked about here a little bit already, training and equipping soldiers on the ground. In Iraq, that means Iraqi and Kurdish security forces. In Syria, that means ramping up our assistance to the Syrian opposition fighters to take the fight to ISIL on the ground. And they can be backed up with American military air power. But those plans are still being reviewed by the President. And
so in terms of authorizing airstrikes, you're not there yet. You're not ready to announce that yet.
Well, there are
strikes on individual leaders.
Well, there are airstrikes that the President has already ordered in Iraq, and some 150 or so have already been carried out. But as it relates to the specific plans that the President is reviewing, I don't have additional insight to share with you about them right now.
Degrade or destroy ISIS, that should mean take out their leadership, isn't that right?
Well, depriving these organizations of leaders either on the battlefield or in command and control centers certainly would have the effect of degrading and possibly ultimately destroying them. But I don't want to get ahead of any decision-making at the presidential level that still needs to be done.